We stopped you in the last video how to use this in a day-to-day life. It's not possible to give the example of all the algebraic expression, but I am trying to give you a bit so that it will make clear something about the polynomial. Now, suppose we have a square ABCD and it is given the length of the side 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter. If it has been told you to find out the perimeter, you will have answer without struggling. 4 centimeter plus 4 centimeter, 4 centimeter plus 4 centimeter, it gives 16 centimeter. If it is be asked again the area of ABCD, this gives what? It is also 16 centimeter square. So it's very easy to find out if it is given the length of the side. Suppose we have a square of different length. Suppose I am telling now the length, each length is 5 centimeter. Again, you need, if it has been told you to ask the same question to find out the perimeter and to find out the area, you will not have any problem. Now it says if 4 centimeter answer is different, if 5 centimeter answer is different, and suppose the condition is given, it has been told you we have a square and we don't know the sides of a square, and find out the area and the, yes children, you will not definitely have any specific answer for this question, but in that case what we do, let the side of a square is. Now if we don't know something, we start assuming. In mathematics, it's very important aspects of the mathematics, my dear children. I am telling you, please be familiar with each and every word. It will help you a lot. It will create curiosity in you related to the maths. Let the side of a square is suppose P. So now we have a square. What the length of side we don't know, and it has been now asked find out the perimeter. What will be your answer? The perimeter of square is equals to 4p square unit, and area of square will be what? This is p square. Sorry, in perimeter we don't have a square, just p unit, and in this p square, this will be square unit. So this is, I'm trying to give you example the equation polynomial in one variables, polynomials in one variables, that I tries to give you a simple application in day-to-day life. Now we'll come about something more about the polynomials, because here one variable, first it was just the aim to equalize with the polynomial. Once you all know about the polynomial, this is a part of algebraic expression, and earlier it was written, again I am writing here, this is suppose 3x plus 5 to x square plus 5x plus 7, third suppose x cube minus 3x plus 5, 3x square plus x plus 5. These are some polynomials you all have in one variable. Now here let me give some more details about the polynomials in one variables. Here everywhere only one variable is being involved, which is x. In all expressions only one variable is being used, which is x. Here we have 3x plus 5. So let me say something more about how many terms this has. It has 2 terms. What's the maximum degree it has? It has maximum degree 1. Degree for what? Degree for variable. So degree 1. In this case, what is happening? In this case, this is saying that degree 1. Degree 1, this is called linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. Dear children, please be specific. Degree, it is associated with variable. We don't have to see what's the real number it is given in this expression. X has degree 1. This is called linear polynomial. In this case, what's the maximum degree? What's the maximum degree? 2. You know what this is called? What this is called? This is called quadratic polynomial. This is called quadratic polynomial. Degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. Degree 3 is called cubic polynomial. Cubic polynomial. So this would generate some interest among you all once you all are familiar with all these things. So linear 1, degree 1 linear, degree 2 quadratic, degree 3 cubic, and so far. Now what else about the polynomial? So linear equation, in the polynomial in one variable. I told you a lot about degree. Yes, plus and minus sign, it is decided about the terms also. So the polynomial is basically divided on two bases, on the basis of terms and on the basis of degree. But here degree plays a crucial role. You all must understand. Now third topic, we'll deal with third topic. This is zeros of polynomials. Zeros of polynomials. Here is third topic. So about the zeros of the polynomials, once we start to say about the zeros of the polynomials, we'll go with the same example what it was given you earlier. We'll go with the same examples what it was written earlier. This is first one is 3x plus 5. We'll start something about the, let me say very first we'll go the conventionally and we'll tell you and we'll explain you what in fact the zeros of the polynomial. So whenever we write the polynomial, suppose this polynomial we write fx is equals to 3x plus 5. Why it is written in this way? This is way to name the polynomial. Since now whenever you will have algebraic expression, please student be clear here, algebraic expression and algebraic equation, both they have a big difference. Suppose we have 3x plus 5, it would be written now in this way, fx is equals to 3x plus 5. This fx is simply, this is the name of given. Now if you put 0 here, so this gives 3x plus 5 and this x is equals to minus 5 upon 3. So this minus 5 upon 3 is 0 of this given polynomial. I'm just trying to give you idea as the name, zeros of polynomial. So by this way you will come to know this is the 0 of the polynomial. Now the question is, and just let me finalize this, what is happening in this 3, if we are putting this minus 5 by 3 plus 3, it's plus 5, solve it, see what is coming, minus 5 plus 5, what is coming? 0. So dear children, this is only one value which is minus 5 by 3. If you will put in this whole expression becomes 0. So this is in fact the 0 of the polynomial. And let me tell you, it will have only one 0. It will have only one 0. The reason behind it is the number of zeros, it is decided by the degree of variable. What is the degree of variable here? 1. How many 0 it will have? 1. Which zeros will have? By this way, what is being done? we just find the value, this minus pi by 3. This is the way to find out the 0, and this is something about the zeros of the polynomial. So this is something about the linear polynomial. Now what about the quadratic? What about the cubic? What about the biquadratic? See, suppose we have a quadratic equation. I am asking you children, how many zeros you will have? Yes, degree is 2, maximum degree is 2. It's a quadratic polynomial. It will have 2 zeros. It will have 2 zeros. What does it mean by? It means very simple. Suppose I am just writing here one quadratic equation in front of you, and I'll ask you and I'll tell you, I am writing here a polynomial. Suppose the polynomial is, I am just writing fx is equals to x square minus 5x plus 6. Now it's a bit challenge to find out the 2 zeros which will make this equation 0. Now what is the first way? That is called hit and try. ट्राई करो, हिट हो गया तो ठीक, नहीं तो गलती होगा. तो उसमें हम लोग क्या करते हैं, उसमें हम लोग जैसे यहाँ में 6 है, कांस्टेंट टर्म है, 6 है, इसको फैक्टराइज कर लो. क्या क्या होगा, प्लस माइनस 1 होगा, प्लस माइनस 2 होगा, प्लस माइनस 3 होगा. उसमें से कोई भी वैल्यू इसमें रखो. देखो कोई ऐसा 2 वैल्यूज होगा जो पूरे इक्वेशन को 0 बनाएगा. सबसे पहली बात तुमको 0 के बारे में ये करना है. तो अब सवाल उठता है कि कौन सा रखें, कैसे रखें. तो ठीक है, हम एक ट्राई करते हैं, 2 ले लेते हैं. 2 का स्क्वायर माइनस 5 इंटू 2 प्लस 6 4 ओ 10 माइनस 9 इक्वल्स टू 0. ओ मीन्स एक 2 वैल्यू है, एक तो 2 है जो इस पूरे को 0 बना देगा. तो एक 0 तो 2 होगा. दूसरा, और मैंने ये गेस से लिया है, फिलहाल हमारे पास कोई आइडिया नहीं है किस गेस से लिया. मैंने कहा कि यहाँ पे कांस्टेंट टर्म क्या था, 6. उसको फैक्टराइज करोगे क्या क्या होगा, 1 2 3. बट नाउ डोंट से ओनली 1 2 3. You can go along with plus 1, you can go along with minus 1, you can go with plus 2 and minus 2. So I have randomly taken 2 and by chance it comes 0. It comes 0. And if it comes 0, it means 2 is the 1 0 of this. And I am telling you 3 will be the another 0 of this. So only 2 and 3, if you will put the value of x, it will make 0. Otherwise, any value if you will be putting, this whole polynomial will not become 0. So one thing is very important. What the very first thing is, we'll come to know what are the number of 0 on the basis of degree. So these two things, and let me tell you here, it has been told you to find out the 0, or it will be given the zeros. Once you know all these concepts, probably you won't have any problem to do the questions from exercises. We have way also. So this I said you, this is hit and try methods. What is another methods, that will tell you in the next video. So when we'll next video, in that we'll tell you how to find out the zeros of the polynomial. Thank you.